Om Namaste, my beautiful soul family. How is everyone doing? What's going on, my friends? Another day in the Matrix, y'all. Another day in this place. What's going on, y'all? What up, I am? What's up? I got the keys, my brother. Singing Bird, FSBS, Queen Alien, Kenyetta, Random Thoughts, Anime Boy, let's go. How is everyone doing, man? Whew, a lot of smoke. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here another day in the simulation, my friends. Let's get started, yeah? I know that these past couple of days haven't been too kind to some of you. It feels like some of you have been going through, man, I can already feel it, man. It feels like some of you have already been going through some pretty dark thoughts. There seems to be one lingering thought that one of you is having, maybe a couple of you are having. A lingering thought, a belief system that's not your own, that you're fighting against in your mind at this moment. Belief system, huh? Boom, baby. Okay, message of the day, y'all. This message feels slightly targeted, but it also feels like it could be for literally anybody right now. If it resonates with you, take it in. What this message of the day tells me, my friends, is that sometimes we create perceptions, yeah, just because of our experiences in this place, because of our programming, and because, people have been negative to us and have been treating us like shit. And so we get false perceptions of people. This world is dark, people are mean, there are no good people in this world. But every now and then, my friends, every now and then, a person is sent to you, almost like an angel in your life, at the most random of times. Random, right? And they tell you something, anything, and it lifts your spirits up. The spiritual lesson when this happens to you, my friends, is to not lose hope of this world. Don't put yourself in false perceptions that this world can only harm you when there's lots of abundance here as well. Even if you get a lot of negative words coming at you in your day-to-day, when there is one kind word, value it. Value this kind word and value that kind person as well. And then pass it forward. In doing so, your frequency will rise tremendously. And that is our whole game in here, my friends. That's why it's difficult to be here. See, this world gives you false perceptions, installing false belief patterns in you because of your day-to-day meetings with people, and even just the news that you watch on the internet or whatever, about politics, race baiting, gender baiting, all of these things that make us fight against each other, putting false beliefs in ourselves, creating this dark world. But here's the beautiful part about all this. As soon as we decide to move towards love, as soon as we decide to move towards the light, even in situations that may seem negative, you can find your spiritual lesson in between. When you look outside the box and you allow yourself to look outside the box as well. You give yourself permission. Because sometimes when you are in such a deep state of lower energy, it's hard to see the lesson at that moment. So you have to give yourself permission to see the lesson. And if you still can't give yourself permission, work on speaking to yourself, my friends. Develop a relationship with yourself. You are your best friend. And so is your mind. Alright, let's get to it, my friends. FSBS, yes, me, the most darkest days emotionally, energetically was tough. How are you feeling now, FSBS? Everything good? It's hard to be grounded in these frequencies. Very strange. It is a more and more. Are you feeling more and more lower energies? I am. Is that what's going on with you? Are you not able to let go of some false paradigms that you have, false belief systems? It's like the same thing that I said last time, y'all. I think I said this 2 lives ago or whatever. But um, in order for you to let go of a dark belief system, right, you have to attack it, with your higher belief system. Even if, and it's difficult because this belief system is so solid, right? At least you made it very solid in your mind. So when you literally give it the opposite belief system, it's very difficult to let go of this one. But that's the whole battle, right? That's the spiritual warfare. It's fighting between beliefs. Yeah. You like the cross on the cup? I didn't even notice I got a cross on the cup. Oh yeah. There it is. Thank you. All right. I'm doing excellent, FSPS. Thank you for asking. And Christina's in the house. Hello, Christina. I'm listening while doing a kitchen project. Let's go, Christina. So much fire energy from you. Today I really channeled powerful wisdom and got 1% more closer to myself. I feel better. Yes, thank you. Let's go, FSPS. That's awesome. You channeled wisdom, powerful wisdom. How old are you again, FSPS? I think you said you were 18, right? So advanced for your age. When I was 18, I was deep in the Matrix. Woo. Deep in the Matrix, bro. Completely asleep. I'm waiting for Boji stones for grounding, hoping it helps. Boji stones, interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that. There's so many, man. I'm learning so many things every day about spirituality. What is that from, Xander? If you don't mind me asking. Very interesting. You could put, again, like I always like to say, y'all, perception creates reality, perception controls reality, okay? So even before you get these stones, Xander, you can put your intention on it, okay? You can tell yourself right before you're about to receive these stones that I know these stones are going to help me. I know these stones are going to help ground me. I know these stones, and you visualize yourself already being grounded with the stones. You're creating a timeline, right? And you're helping with intention. You can literally do that right now, right? And it's going to help, right? I have heard about vision boards, FSBS, and they're very, very powerful. I haven't gotten around to doing one myself because I just write all of my manifestations on my journal. But vision boards are really, really cool. I highly suggest anybody that wants to do a vision board, go ahead and do it, man. It's very powerful stuff. Sometimes I be my own worst enemy. Sometimes I'm my best friend. That's right. Yeah, that's your mind, man. That's definitely the mind, right? The mind can be your own worst enemy and then your best friend at the same time, and that's the challenge here, right? The challenge here isn't like the heart. The heart's not the challenge. The heart is the challenge here is finding the heart, right? Because your mind tells you other things that are, incorrect, right? Or at least unconscious things. Oh no, not that. Just like I feel we are now really entering a new dimension. Yes, definitely, definitely. We are already on this newer timeline. It's done already, right? It's like a blueprint, right? Let me see. My guides showed me this a while back while I was meditating. It was like a vision. But it's like a blueprint, y'all. It's like okay, how can I explain this? Okay, so everything happens all at once, right? All of us already know this. We already know time is an illusion, right? So time happens in events, yeah, and all events happen all at once, and then we pass through these events, creating this timeline, yeah. But this timeline that we're in at this moment has already happened, right? And we know this, all of us. If you feel deeply in your heart, if you feel really deeply like the inner knowing, clear cognizance, and just begin to trust yourself, trust your intuition as much as you can, right? You will know this as well. This will come to you. You will know that this is like just by pure belief, even if it's just our own belief and nobody else believes us, we personally put ourselves in higher earths by ourselves, right? By just knowing and believing that we're there, right? But here's the thing, man. The vision my guides showed me, they showed me all events happening at once, but all events in this place are of chaos. And as soon, right, as soon as we, celestial beings, you, me, everyone, enter these timelines of darkness, the timelines begin to shift back to God automatically. No matter how long it takes, right? Long in our whatever, how many lives you have, right? Past lives, future lives even. But it's a blueprint of lives. And it's also a blueprint of events. It's like light coming down to all these events. They're negative, right? But you come with your blueprint. And in this timeline, every now and then, you're going to be hitting things, doing events that are a part of your higher timeline. So even if you're still at this moment and you're not doing anything or whatever, you're not making money, it doesn't matter, right? Your blueprint says otherwise. If you believe in your blueprint, if you believe in your higher timeline. So eventually, even if you're here, eventually you're going to hit this event, which is a part of your destiny. Does it make sense? And when you hit this event, it's like divine intervention. How do you guys think you woke up to the spiritual realm? You guys just thought, oh, I'm spiritual now. No, there was divine intervention. There was destiny. You guys were supposed to wake up. Everything happens for a reason. So even if now, oh, I'm not making any money and I'm asking God and why can't I make money? You're not aligned yet. You're just not aligned. And that's okay. Eventually you will. Blueprint, event happens. This event happens for your timeline, for a higher timeline, for a higher reason. Done. You move up in higher timelines, move up in frequencies. And you keep working on your healing until the next event happens. And that's your destiny, blueprints. Hopefully this is the best way I can explain it. Yeah? Talk to your guides, man. Talk to your guides deep inside of yourself. Talk. And ask them, is there a blueprint? Do I have a destiny? And with your inner self, with the most inner part of you, answer either yes or no. It will automatically be yes. It will automatically be yes. 100%. Everybody has a destiny. Once you tell yourself yes in the spirit, it's done. The blueprint is set. It's done already. There's no time. Now all you have to do is align. Align. We don't have to know everything. We don't have to know our destiny completely. It's better that we don't. It's an experience, my friends. Experience. Have fun. Have fun with this experience. We're not here for that long. New generations are very advanced. Like in the spiritual? Definitely. They're more advanced than... I guess it just depends on... Yeah, they're more advanced, for sure. They're definitely more connected, man. Indigo children, like most of us here are indigo children. We're more like the rebels, right? We had to go through a lot of darkness in order for us to be able to overcome it and then teach the way, at least. Not all of us, but a lot of us, right? And be able to heal others as well, or provide sanctuary, or provide just love, right? And understanding. When it comes to these new children that are being born, they don't have the traumas that we went through, right? Especially because a lot of these children are going to be born into basically indigo children's um, like their parents are going to be indigo children, right? A lot of them anyway. This is all done deliberately. Yeah, this is part of the new earth. It's supposed to happen. It's gonna happen, right? But yeah, these new children are gonna come in. They're gonna be taught a much better way of how to communicate with themselves, how to communicate with the world, and how to work with society and still be spiritual at the same time. Because you need to be balanced, right? You can't just be purely spiritual and then get out there in society and then this world chews you up, right? Yeah, there really has to be like a balance. And I think a lot of the us, which is our generation, and even the older generations as well, we're gonna raise these children in that type of environment. Yeah, it's all done on purpose. Everything is done perfectly by the divine plan of God to create this. Again, like I said, whenever we enter as souls, every time we enter a timeline here on earth, because all these timelines here all go to doom, because this place is chaos energy, right? So every timeline here goes to hell, death, destruction, until we enter. When we enter with our light, everything begins to align again. Everything. No matter how long it takes, it's supposed to happen. Every cycle that we come in here, we always win. There's always a big celebration at the end. Always. That's why we come in here. We come in here to lose ourselves and pretend that, oh, this world is horrible and it's dark and it's scary. Until we figure out, oh, never mind, we're God. Never mind, we can just, it's done already. Believe in the prophecy, my friends. Believe in the divine feminine empowering itself. Believe in the divine masculine rising back to its true masculine energy. Believe in yourself. Believe in your journey, my friends, and honor yourself. This is what God wants. God wants us to be purposeful. God wants us to love ourselves and enjoy ourselves. Prophecy stone. Interesting. Of transformation and foresight, enhances intuition, aiding in spiritual growth. The stone resonates with the base of solar plexus chakras, promoting grounding and empowerment. Interesting. Very interesting. There's another one that's way cheaper. Yeah, that's your best friend right there, Xander. That crystal's gonna be your best friend, man. Speak to it. Tell it you love it. Do all these things, man. Give it love, man. Give it love to your crystal. Your crystal has a consciousness. You're not just when you guys buy a crystal and things like that, man. It's for a reason, right? You're guided towards it. They're calling out to you. Yeah, there's consciousness in there. Connect to that consciousness. When you connect to a consciousness, like these are my friends, right? They'll help you with your mental, with your energy, whatever it is that they represent. Interesting. Edgar, how can I know if I'm a rainbow child? I heard about the term, but I think I kind of forgot. You said you were younger than 18, right? I think Gen Z. I don't know. Okay, so I think some people already put it down here. 2010. Yeah, anything after 2000 is crystal. Then 2010 up is crystal, but they all come in during these years. Interesting. Oh, 2010 is rainbow. Okay, cool. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I don't really know what the generations or anything. I just know that I'm pretty sure Gen Z is rainbow, right? Crystal kids. Millennials are like us, or most of us here, are indigo children. Like a lot of indigo children also, compared to like the rainbow children and crystal children, are more like dark. Yeah. They're more like dark empaths. Not all of them though. But again, it's all part of the. It's all part of the. You need. Sometimes you need dark empaths, right? In order to help the other empaths or whatever plan God has for society. Can you help me unlock my spirituality? What's up, Rohan? Yeah. What do you need, man? What is it that you need? Are you going through a spiritual awakening? Have you had any type of encounter or or feeling or thought process or clear cognizance or anything like that. I want to be more peaceful and in control when I speak to people. I heard embracing my spirit is the only way. Oh, okay, Rohan. Okay, perfect. Yeah, man. Okay, so the first thing you gotta do, truly, because spirituality is a self-development journey, right? It's a journey about understanding yourself, know thyself. It's almost like philosophy as well, and understanding society and the universe, right? And having a personal connection with your inner self and God, right? So the first thing I suggest, the first thing to start with is just begin to give yourself a connection with God, right? With Source and the love energy, right? Which is God. Yeah. And to connect to God is simple. You just speak to it. Speak to it like your father, your mother, right? Speak to it through love, and it's out there. Everyone has a connection with God. That'd be the first thing you got to do, at least, right? Second thing is look into your chakras, man. When your chakras, if you don't know anything about your chakras, then there's your homework, right? Look into your chakras, learn about chakras, learn what chakras affect what, right? And then begin to learn how to balance your chakras. When your chakras are balanced, yeah, you will navigate this world in a much more peaceful way, and also you're going to be a grand manifester as well, right? When we come into this world, we get traumatized by perceptions, by belief systems that our parents have, that don't go with our belief system, whatever, right? All these things, programming. And that usually creates blockages in your chakras, right? Blockages are like karma loops. Lower beliefs, lower patterns of behavior. I'm not good enough. I don't believe in myself. I don't think I have a fear of failure. I have a fear of death, fear of the unknown. I'm scared to do things because I'm scared they're not going to work out. Those are all of those things are all blockages in your chakras, right? If you learn about your chakras, you're going to have an easy time releasing these blockages. When you release these blockages, you will understand that you can literally do anything you want and manifest anything you want. Once that happens, right, your belief systems and everything, you begin to magnetize anything you want in your life, right? When you move from love. Does this make sense? I know that was a lot. Hello, Scooby. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Thanks, Ed. I'll try. Most people think this is woo-woo shit, but I'm really trying while getting ahead in this world. Yeah, let me tell you something, Rohan. Yeah, that's why people are fucked up. That's why almost like 99% of people in the world are stressed. They're fucked up in the mind. They're super depressed. Some people are like, they can't even find their significant other anymore. Everyone's alone, right? Jaded angry at women, angry at men, politics, all of this crap that they distract you with, right? That's why they don't believe in spirituality. But that's when you begin to believe and walk the spiritual path, it's like a fucking cheat code, man. It's like a cheat code. It's difficult because everyone disagrees with you, but at the same time, you know that this is the truth. Too many people run exponentially more on external validation. Yes, exactly. Most people, even people that you look up with, you know what I mean? Even people that are like billionaires and shit, right? They're run. It's like they don't have control of their life completely. It's like they're living their life through other people's opinions of them, right? And that's hell, man. That's fucking hell. Us as spiritualists, yeah, we accept our truest self. That's what's difficult about this journey, right? Is actually being your true authentic self. But when you do this, you run at a different frequency. You begin to, move with love for yourself and love for the world. Because when you're authentic, you don't care what people think. In fact, you pass understanding, right? That puts you in higher frequencies, higher dimensions, and then higher timelines. In higher timelines, it's much easier to manifest. Kenyetta, any questions? Oh, excuse me. Question. A message from my spirit guides. All right, let's go. Let's get it, man. This will be the first This will be the first connection. This will be the first channel message of the live. Spirit, show me King Yeta, please. Thank you. What does King Yeta need to know at this moment? Okay. Spirit team is asking you to be more on your own again, Quineta. Okay? Meaning like there's because I can see some strings that you're attached to. I think this might be perspectives of others or just society that you're attached to. Your spirit team wants you to return to yourself, okay? And also throughout your day to day, yeah, try to be with your own energy for a good while. Do things with yourself. Play some music with yourself. Open that sacral chakra as well. Music and creativity will help with that, okay? How I read reality transferring. I'm trying to understand it. I have not. I have not. But I'm sure it's probably the same as the reality reset and a bunch of alchemy and yoga. It's all the same. It's all all of those practices are all kind of the same thing. Yeah. It's just they're just ways of returning to the higher self. Because what we're doing truly, I know I like to talk about spiritual evolution a lot, but evolution is kind of the illusion of this place. We're not really evolving. We're just returning. We're just remembering, right? I don't know if anybody here has been basically completely healed yet, but once you guys get to a point where you're so healed from your blockages, right? You begin to manifest very, very quickly. That's how I manifested my TikTok as well. But when that happens, man, episodes where you're crying of like when you have to heal and you cry, you don't get those anymore, right? You just kind of return again, right? You just kind of remember again, like, oh shit, I remember, right? I forgot, right? Instead of having to cry it out and then slowly return, right? It's a very different process. Your mental's in a very different place as well. Once there's literally about 3 or 4 blockages, 3 or 4 really big blockages that most people have. I got the keys with the super chat. First super chat of the live. Thank you so much. I got the keys, man. And the message for my team in the Astro. I love that. Of course. Show me. Show me. Show me, I got the keys. I got the keys. You have battles with you, okay? But the battles that you have to win, right? Battles, right? I don't like using the word win, but I guess this is what they used, which is, funny. The battles that you have to win are small internal battles. Small internal battles and belief systems. And they want you to be aware of this. And you will slowly but surely. Also, what I'm getting from you, I got the keys. It feels like there's going to be some type in the future. I don't know when it's gonna come, all right? But it feels like there's going to be some type of energy, a lower energy, okay? That's going to test you, okay? I don't know when this is happening. It might even be happening. No, it doesn't feel like it's happening now, but it's gonna happen in the future, okay? When this happens, okay, God wants you to be strong. It's not gonna be a very powerful energy. It's just gonna test you. It's gonna be like a belief system of testing you, okay? While you are battling this energy, you will learn more about yourself and you will learn more about how to defeat these energies inside of you. When this happens, I got the keys, okay? When this happens to you, it will be much easier for you to locate lower energies after and locate your habits that you are trying to overcome. Understand? There are habits, little habits, internal battles that you are trying to overcome. It's like a mind thing. It will happen after you overcome this lower energy that's coming. Okay? It's like a visit. Not a bad thing, okay? You have the abilities and the tools. It's not going to be super heavy either. It's just going to be a thought. This happens all the time. It's just going to be like a lower thought process. Okay? All right. Cheers on that. Thank you so much. I got the keys for the super chat, my friend. Okay. You're welcome, Kayeta. And spiritual abilities go cray cray. Yeah, definitely. I found out I unconsciously manifested my son. Interesting. How does that happen? Let me see. It's like connecting with your past soul from previous life. Ah, interesting. That makes sense. You know, you can do this, right? Because I've connected with a lot of past life versions of me. But while connecting, right? I found out, right? I thought I had to truly go into all of my past lives and heal everything. But you don't have to do that, right? You just have to understand yourself. You know, if there's a trauma that you have that is of a past life, like a witch wound or something like that, which I have, by the way. I have a past life where I was a witch and I was burned or whatever, right? So that comes here into this lifetime, right? But the way to heal it truly is just by understanding yourself. Sometimes you don't even have to go to your past lives and heal them, but just by understanding yourself, right? And then letting go of past traumas and things like that through shadow work, because they also are prevalent in your life here, you can heal these energies. And again, if you want to truly enter, look, okay, going into the spiritual realm, y'all, it's just about getting into a trance, right? It's like a hypnotic trance. It's literally what hypnosis is, right? When you enter this trance, you begin to enter the lower astral realm, right? Or the astral realm, right? And again, if you are an advanced spiritualist, you will understand that everything in the spiritual realm, in order for you to be free, is you have to overcome fear, right? It's just the energy of fear that you have to overcome. So when you are overcoming fear, right? Letting go of fear, you're going to be able to enter the astral realm even more, even if you're here in your body. This all happens through perception, And so while entering the astral body, there is where you're going to be able to access, right? There's where you're going to be able to access your past selves. Because your signature is in your astral body and also in your spiritual body as well, right? You do get a new astral body and a new physical body every time you have a new life, right? But your memories and all that stuff is still in those two bodies, if this makes sense. Sometimes I talk, y'all, right? I know you guys are used to me already. Sometimes I just go, right? So, let me see if there's any other questions before the super chat. I am feeling like if I were living in a loop. I don't know if you're uh, Adrian and Maggie Taro. I don't know if you are speaking about what I'm gonna speak about right now, but it does feel like a loop. Maybe for me, it feels like you forget and you remember, you forget and you remember, and it's just this over and over again, right? Oh, I forgot that I was God. Oh, I remember now. It's just like the whole. This is like the whole journey, right? And in other lives, I've always done this little thing right here, where this journey feels like this, right? It's just ups and downs over and over again, but eventually we'll still be going up. It's just that while we're going through it, it doesn't feel like we're stepping up, right? If that makes sense. Healing is an illusion. Yes, it is actually. Fear is an illusion. 100% correct. I love that. Fear is an illusion. Fears is a false perception, my friends. Fear is not real. It is a human concept. Fear is just distorted energy. That's the truth. Distorted energy is of love. Love energy, distorted, created chaotically, my friend. All created from light, from God's light, in different dimensions of God's light. But when you go all the way back from all those dimensions and all these frequencies, you return only to energy. This is why it's always great to look at the world through energy only. Everything is energy. This isn't a crystal ball. This is an energy. Yeah. All right, my friends. Ridma, is there any guidance from my team regarding an upcoming event? I thought something would work out, but I did not, and I'm clueless now. Okay. What does this feel like to me right now? What is this feeling? What is this feeling, huh? What does this feel like to me? Show me more, please. Yeah. There are things, okay, there are events that are going to happen in your life, Ridma, right, that are supposed to happen. I don't know the events, okay, but they're gonna happen no matter what. You have so you have a destiny ahead of you, okay, right? You're gonna, I don't know if you're gonna meet people, or you're gonna do things that cause different perceptions in your mind, yeah? You have a lot of life to live as well. So there's still a lot of lessons to live, and the way your mind is shaping as well, right? It needs time to shape, and it needs you to go through experiences first, right? So what your guides are trying to tell you at this moment is you're focusing on different things, okay? You're not focusing on your well-being is what they want you to focus on, like truly focus on, okay? You are putting your well-being on outside external events, okay? And your guides don't want you to do this. It does not matter what happens on the outside. It does not matter, okay? You will still be aligning no matter what. If you align today, awesome. If you align in 5 years, awesome. It doesn't matter. There's no time, right? So your guides want you to understand this, okay? If you are clueless about where to go, it's because you're trying to go somewhere on the outside. Return to your inner world. Return to the inside again. And then there they will show you. You will show yourself where it is that you need to go inside of yourself. What else it is that you need to heal. What belief system do you have that is stopping you from doing certain things? Because there's lots of belief systems inside of you, Ridma, right? I can feel them, that are taking away your light. This is what your guides want you to work with. By the way, these belief systems come from the people around you, okay? There's a lot of people around you with belief systems that you're taking as truth, and they go against yours, your spiritual belief systems, okay? Your spirit team wants you to return. Let those go. Return to yourself again. You have your own truth that's different from anybody else's here, and even myself. Focus on this truth, yeah? There you will find all your answers, okay? Queen Alien, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's freaking go, man. Any general advice on manifesting love? Okay, cool. So when it comes to manifesting love, okay, I may sound like a broken record because I say this all the time, but when it comes to manifesting love, you truly have to be the frequency of love. You have to be this frequency, okay? You truly, truly have to, right? And also, ask yourself. Truly, you have to be vulnerable with yourself, okay? Because I know there's a lot of people that want their counterpart. Of course they do, yes? But wanting your counterpart, desiring your counterpart is not the same as manifesting your counterpart, right? In order for you to manifest your counterpart, you have to vibe at the frequency of love. You personally have to vibe at the frequency of love, right? If you're not vibing at that frequency of love yet, you have to ask yourself then, am I ready to receive love right now? Be vulnerable with yourself, yeah? Am I ready to receive love? Can I actually handle it right now? Like an actual good partner that loves me and is down for me, but has their own issues, like I have my own issues, and we'll work out these issues with each other. Am I ready for this right now? Or do I still not believe in this yet? If you ask yourself this and you tell yourself, I don't think I'm ready yet, then you're not aligned yet, and that's okay, right? Work on things that will align you till you can finally tell yourself, am I ready now? I think I'm ready. But soft, man. Like, soft on yourself. Chill on yourself. Don't force it. I think I'm ready now. No. I don't think I'm ready yet, and that's okay. I need to work on myself a little bit more. I need to do things, maybe go out and do things I've never done. Live life a little bit. Open yourself up a little bit. Do things that you've always wanted to do when you were a kid. I don't know. Right? Work on yourself. Yeah, like work on your chakras, truly. Okay? Until finally you're at that point in your life where you're, okay, I'm feeling really good about myself. I love myself very much. I love my journey. And I know that my counterpart is here already. So I'm ready to receive. But you have to tell yourself, man. You have to tell yourself these things. Work on yourself and work on this relationship with God. You ask God as well. Ask your guides as well. Even if they don't respond back with words, they're always responding back with energy, yeah? Another thing too, y'all, in order for us to manifest, like let's say we're trying to manifest love, yeah? And we feel ready for love. We feel, okay, I feel good. I'm confident in myself, right? I'm pretty healed. I'm very healed, actually. I think I'm ready to receive love, yeah? Then you have to practice that now. Once you tell yourself, I'm ready to receive love, you practice that in your day-to-day, right? Meaning that thought, that belief gets stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm ready to receive love. Ready to receive love. Ready to receive love. So now, wherever it is that you're going, right, your energy is going to exude this. And when your energy exudes love, right, you yourself begin to act a little bit different. You begin to give more chances to people, probably, right? Maybe you're at the right place at the right time. This is how the universe works. It's about our mood. Feeling good. I'm ready to receive love. But I'm not desperate for it either. I'm waiting at the right perfect time. As of now, I'm happy. I'm moving everywhere I go. I know God has my back. And just by doing that, it's like you're a magnet for love. Of course, saying it is way, 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 way easier than actually practicing it. And the reason why it's hard, y'all, like, here's the thing. Don't beat yourself up just because you're not here yet, right? The reason why it's hard is because you were programmed not to believe in this shit. All of us were programmed not to believe in love. We were all programmed. And it's the programming still going on right now. Men and women are fighting each other all the fucking time on the internet. Right? To get us to be like this. Rather than like this. You know? Boom, boom. So, be easy on yourself, y'all. Be easy on yourself, Queen Alien. It'll come in time. It'll come in time. Hello, Eva. Eva Helia, excuse me. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Question. So Baby Daddy finally spoke with me. Like old messages from you that he would be before Twin Flame, but is there anything I need to do or that is blocking union, wondering what chakra is like at the moment? Let's see that again. Baby Daddy finally spoke with me, like the old messages. Okay. It could be you blocking Xander. Right? It feels like this is possibly like trust issues, maybe. This feels like a timing thing. Yeah, it feels like a timing thing, alignment and all that stuff. Definitely, it's probably some type of chakra thing. More to do with them as well than even you, Xander. But honestly, I couldn't tell you anything else. I'm not receiving anything from this, okay? Okay. You know, I kind of know this, but never able to fully implement. Living with my parents and relatives right now and being around them all the time consumes me. How do I tackle this kind? I don't have any privacy. Okay, you don't have privacy right now? Alright. Yeah, that's hard, man. It's hard to, when you're around a lot of people and stuff like that. Okay. In order for you to really, truly, really, truly understand, in order for you to detach, you have to put yourself in a perception or a timeline that you are already in a spiritual journey, right? Because when you don't, and you're just telling yourself, like, I'm just going to try and heal and that's it, right? You're going to have a lot of people around you that don't vibe with you. They're going to think you're crazy or delusional, right? Or don't vibe with what you say or what you do, right? And that brings forth a lot of false perceptions, energies everywhere, right? A lot of false beliefs and perceptions and even imposter syndrome inside of you and all that stuff, right? So what you got to do is you have to be solid on your journey. It's like I said last live, I think. You have to be, you have to honor your story, right? Honor your journey. Honor yourself. Yeah? Honor who you are and what you came here to do, and love your journey. Honor it so much that getting hate from others brings forth of like, yeah, that's right. I probably should be getting hate. I should have people not understanding me. Right? That's a good thing. I know the secrets of the universe. And they don't. They can, but they don't believe in it. That's not my problem. Honor your story. Honor your journey. This is an amazing journey of spiritual fulfillment, bro. Honor that. Tell yourself every time, it's okay if they don't understand. This is my journey and I love my journey and I'm going to be fulfilled anyway. So, doesn't matter what they say, y'all. Psh. In the trash. Boo. Bye-bye. Queen Alien again with the $5 super chat. Let's go, man. Also, advice for starting a metaphysical YouTube channel without stepping on your toes. No worries, absolutely no worries. I love these type of questions, man. We need a lot of people. We need more. There's so many light workers, bro, that have the urge to make content and they don't do it because they are. There's just so much fear of failure and fear of the unknown and all that stuff, right? So we need you guys to get on that grind. We need you guys to start speaking your truth, yeah. So the best thing for me at this moment, for you, I guess, Queen Alien. Um, okay, so when it comes to people that are spiritual and they have the um, teacher archetype and they want to speak their truth online, what I found was easier is when you start doing content, you it'll come intuitively for you. You don't have to truly write everything down unless you want to, right? Have a script and stuff. But honestly, you should just speak into the camera and speak your truth, right? That's why shorts are very powerful because they're very easy to do, right? So I suggest begin with shorts. Um, just say whatever's on your mind, right? What did you learn today? What lesson about life, about philosophy, about spirituality did you learn, or have you been learning, or the theme that you're learning? And speak that shit, right? Speak it online. Speak your truth, and do it slowly. Also, look up other people. I mean, you could look up myself as an example, but there's a lot of other spiritual YouTubers and TikTokers and all that stuff, and look them up and try to find your niche a little bit, Queen Alien, right? Try to find. Oh, I kind of like the way she speaks into the camera, right? I like her vibe. It's more of a relaxed vibe. It's not like Edgar over here with like all this energy. She's more relaxed. I kind of vibe with her, right? If you vibe with someone like that, then kind of, I'm not saying like completely do every, like copy them completely, but I'm saying take inspiration from others. That's what I did, right? And then the more you take inspiration from others, right? And even other people's talking points as well. Some people have YouTube videos and I'm like, wow, that's a very good talking point. I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to talk about it in my own way, right? There really is no like gatekeeping. You can do it any way you want, but I feel like this is the best way to start is with shorts, right? Look at other people's content, create your own niche, find your own niche. And also, this is very important, man. Okay, guys, this is very important if you want to create content. Okay, become, or at least create, a version of yourself that is the content creator, right? Because like for me, I am Edgar the Alchemist here, so that's my alias, right? That's my energy. That's the version of myself that I turn into, the teacher, right? So honor that. Write it down. This is who I am. This is what I am in my YouTube channel. This is who I'm going to be. I'm a teacher. I teach this. I do this. Yeah? That's the best way you can start your YouTube channel. And start now. Start as quickly as you can, if you want. Cheers on that. Authenticity, my friends. Authenticity, man, is the best, right? Because at least I like to say that I'm as authentic as I possibly can be with you guys. And I know that turns people off a lot, but that's okay. I know there's a lot of people that don't like my content just because they don't like myself. But that's okay, man. You don't want people like that, man. When you are a content creator, man, you're also giving yourself. You know, like it's like you're the sun, right? You're giving everything of yourself. You're speaking your truth and you're giving your authenticity. It's like all throat chakra stuff, yeah? So if you're having trouble with like a YouTube channel and speaking your truth, the throat chakra's right there, y'all. Work on that stuff, okay? You're welcome, y'all. You're welcome. You are welcome. It's true though, man. It's really true. Every single person, a soul, has a unique imprint, unique energy, a unique blueprint, right? And so that means that you are able to explain God's truth, which is love, through your own perception. So even if, let's say, the way I explain things and the way I teach things, some people don't vibe with that. Oh, that's too direct. Oh, that's too this, that's too that, right? But Queen Alien, oh, I like her soft approach. Oh, I like it's more like feminine energy. Okay, I'm down with that one, right? Every single one of us, when we have this urge to speak our truths, there's always going to be a vibration out there in the world that we're speaking to. And that vibration out in the world, the more authentic you are, and also entertaining, you gotta be entertaining in a way, of course. Put those two together. The more you're gonna magnetize your people, man. However long it takes. We need more people, man. We need more light workers to speak their truth. This is the new earth, my friends. You're welcome, Chuck Norris. Of course, man, of course. Get out there and do it, man. If you feel like speaking your truth, go for it. If you can't right now, that's okay. You're not aligned. You're not aligned, and that's okay. It's not your time yet, right? You're working on your alignment, slowly but surely. And here's the beautiful part, yeah? When you do content, and you're still going through you're not an expert completely. You're still gonna go through a self-development journey, right? And in that self-development journey, spiritual growth journey, you're gonna learn lessons. There's like a lesson almost every day. You have to be open to them. And that's literally a piece of content. Every time I learn a lesson, I write it down in a piece of content on my phone. Or I'm like, let's say I'm with friends or whatever, right? And a freaking spiritual thought comes because I'm like watching an old couple or something, and I'm like, oh, the masculine and the feminine, and this, right? I know you guys think like that as well, right? That's another piece of content, man. That's another piece of content. This is very especially true for life path 9s, talking about numerology, and life path 7s. Life path 9, life path 7, life path 11, and 22 and 33 as well. But I don't really count those because they're just master numbers. They're always going to be doing something. But life path 9 and life path 7s are the teachers of the spiritual realm. The life path 9 is going to do more things in the physical realm, while the life path 7 is going to be more just their own thing, kind of. So if you have any type of this energy as well, by the way, it doesn't have to be a life path. You can have some 7 energy in your soul urge number, or some 9 energy in your personality number, right? All those type of energies are the teacher archetype. This is why you have that inside of you. Like, you like teaching things, even if it wasn't spirituality. Follow that, man. That's your calling right there. Anybody that has this calling, by the way, right? If you're like a life path 5 or something like that, and you have more 5 energy, you're probably going to experience the world rather than teach. And that in and of itself is also a soul's purpose. Follow your calling, my friends. Follow your excitement. Follow what brings fire into your heart. Yeah. Daniel Lang is a 1, life path 1. That's right. Life path 1 is very masculine energy, yeah. It could also depend on how your makeup is and all the other numbers as well that you have. If you have like a 2 in there, it's you could be a very balanced individual. But the life path 1 is the number of masculine energy, is the number of action. Okay. Now it doesn't mean that you're going to take a lot of action. It just means that you're going to take action when you believe in yourself and you have a cause, right? A life path 1 needs purpose. Right? If a life path 1 does not find a purpose, something that they need to do for the greater good, right? The greater collective, love energy, however your morals, however you look at spirituality, right? If you don't have something towards like a goal, big goal, right? You're gonna turn to other things. Life path 1s they can very easily become alcoholics and stuff like that. because if they don't have a purpose. So look for your purpose, man. Anybody else with a life path 1, like I got the keys here, and Daniel, you guys gotta look for purpose. You guys got a lot of energy as well. A lot of that fire energy. Yeah. Also look up at, by the way, look up your other numbers as well, because all of the other numbers are also a part of your makeup, right? It's not just your life path number. Got another life path with Xander. Let's go, man. Should Queen Alien be my alias? Thank you so much, Edgar. The Queen Alien's awesome. When I first saw your name, when you first popped up right here on my chat, what probably was like about a year ago, I think. I thought it was an awesome name. That was a cool name, and I'm sure your people, whenever it is time for them to come to you, they will like your name as well. Doing something new now. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Go for it, man. Go for it. There's a line. What was it? There is a line that I think Tony Robbins says. He says, what does he say? Oh, he says, we underestimate our potential, right? Or excuse me, we overestimate our potential, what we can do in like 5 months. We overestimate it, right? But we underestimate what we can do in 5 years. And that's so freaking true, man. That's so freaking true. So whenever you're starting something new, especially as a life path 1, bro, you're already kind of ahead. You have a lot of fire energy. You're already kind of ahead already anyway. Life path 1s are visionaries. And life path 8 is also a visionary, by the way. So life path 1 and life path 8, very masculine energy, a lot of visionary and stuff like that, right? So you're already kind of ahead on that, you know. So focus on that, on doing, right? Doing is being is doing. Do things in the moment. Don't think so much, you know. When you think so much, oh, what if I fail? Oh, what if this? Oh, what if... Don't think, just go. You're being guided anyway. Once you go, even if you make mistakes, you're being guided towards something grander. Yeah. We got life path 3 here with Kat. Yeah, life path 3, man. You guys are, life path 3 is very balanced in energies. You know, life path 3 has a lots of feminine energy because there's lots of creativity in the life path 3, but there's also lots of energy in it of itself, like a lot of movement, which is very masculine as well. So you have you're very balanced in your energies, life path 3s. Life path 3s, they thrive in freedom of expression and freedom to be creative themselves, right? There's like a fire that's always going inside of you, right? And you're kind of feeding it every now and then whenever you do something that you love, right? That brings forth your creativity. Life path 3s are very, 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 very powerful creators. And let's see, we got a life path 7 here with Celestine. I'm also a life path 7. Life path 7s are probably the most spiritual, I'd say, with life path 9s as well. Life path 7s need alone time. That's like mandatory, right? If you don't have alone time, at least a couple hours to yourself, right? It's just gonna be too much. Life path 7s are like highly empathetic. Like, how can I say empathetic? They're very powerful empaths. They receive a lot of energy and they have very high intuition, very, very high. So if you want to deceive a life path 7, if you want to, if there's a narcissist around a life path 7, life path 7 is gonna see it right away. You know what I mean? Life path 7's intuition is very strong, right? And they're usually always in the spiritual realm, even when they go out. Trust me, I know this. When you go out in your day-to-day, your mind's always in thinking about spiritual stuff, right? So since life path 7 receive a lot of things, right, they're always thinking about spiritual stuff, and they're very analytical as well. Very, very analytical, right? That's what makes them great teachers. They delve into the spiritual realm and they analyze the spiritual realm, and then they come back and speak their truth, right? Because of that, man, life path 7s need alone time. Whenever a life path 7, okay, or any 7s in your chart, it could be your personality number, your solar's number. Whenever you have this number in your chart, You need to recharge, bro. Because life path 7s, when they don't recharge, they can be assholes. Big time. And they could say things that they would have never said before. Just because they're frustrated. You know what I mean? So life path 7, meditate every day. That's like your sanctuary right there. And by the way, that's your superpower too. If you're not meditating as a life path 7, what are you doing? Meditate. Get into the spiritual realm. You are. It's so easy for you to receive as a life path 7. It's so easy for you to receive. You're ahead of all the other numbers. So delve into the spiritual realm. Learn as much as you can. Analyze everything as much as you can in the spiritual realm. And then come back and speak it. Life path 7 gang, let's go. I got the keys. I got a soul urge 1 as well. It's a big destiny ahead of you. I got the keys. It seems like there's gonna be moments of action for you. My son, a 3, was told he would have lots of cash. Man, I know life path 8s for sure make a lot of money. Life path 3s make a lot of money when they're allowed when they are allowed, especially in their, when they're in kids, when they are allowed to express themselves. Yeah. So if he's, I'm almost 100%, he's allowed to express himself with you, Xander. So if he's grows up in a safe environment, allowed to be themselves and not, not shaped too much, especially by school, they're money magnets, truly money magnets. Live like every day could be the last time you get to do stuff or say stuff to people. Very true. Just keep waking up every day, like thinking, what would I wish I'd done today, and then do that. Man, that's so true. That's something I gotta do as well. Sometimes I get lazy. Sometimes, man. Sometimes I'm in my 3D self a little too much. It's good to remind yourself of these things. Let's go barrel 7. Let's go 777 gang. Let's go Daniel. Still an 8. Scooby, keep doing the math. When it comes to life path 8s, y'all, anybody that's an 8 here, understand that you're going to receive a lot of money in your life, right? Even if it doesn't feel apparent now, okay? Now, the thing about the 8 though is that it is also, it's not just the number of abundance and money, it's also the number of karma, right? So the infinity, right? Lower, higher, right? So the 8 is usually down here in their lower self, not making any money, or up here in their higher self, making a ton of money, right? There really is no in between with the 8. So an 8 could really have no money or have a ton, right? They just have to work on their karma loops or their blockages and stuff. When you work on these things, especially as a light worker, if you're a light path 8 and you're a light worker, right, it's different than just being like a human seed, earth seed, life path 8. That's different, completely different, right? A light path 8 that's a light worker is going to be challenged much more with darkness, right? But the thing is, that's a good thing sometimes. When you are challenged in the beginning of your life with a lot of darkness, and then you have a spiritual awakening and you find out about all these things, you're already ahead of the curve. Some people are born into this life with love automatically and abundance automatically, and it just comes to them. And then later in life, they lose it. But for us, it's the opposite. Especially for us. We're old souls, yeah? Our biggest battles are mental ones. Except a couple of you guys. A couple of you guys have physical battles. Physical things. Things in the material realm that are taking away, that are giving you stress, right? So I guess it is like a mental battle. How do you know what's your number? Okay, check out Numerology Rediscover Yourself, y'all. It is an app. It's both on Google and on iPhone. Android and iPhone, excuse me. Numerology Rediscover Yourself. It'll tell you all the numbers, okay? It's a very easy app to use as well. It's much better than the other apps. There's a bunch of other apps, and I never liked any of those. So check that app out, y'all, if you want to know your numbers. It gives you all your numbers as well. It also gives you karmic debts, your numbers of karmic debts. But I think you have to pay for that. I think it's like $20 for the whole year or something like that. So if you guys want to know your karmic debt and figure things out like that, go ahead and check it out. It's a really cool app. Um, my name is Audrey, and people just call me Queen A in chats. It's funny. Yeah, I mean that's your alias, Queen Alien. That's what it is, right? And here's the thing, man. Discover yourself more, Queen Alien. Discover yourself. Why did you call yourself this? Yeah. Why do you vibe with this name? There's something underneath, right? People don't just we don't just say things or call each other things for like no reason, right? It's because there's a version of us, an inner version of us, that is giving us this suggestion. Hey, call yourself Queen Alien. No worries, Scooby. Like I said, man, if you're an 8, you are destined for money. You just have to believe it, right? You know, it's funny. Life path 7s are the ones that have the most difficult time with money. Life path 8s have a much easier time, right? The life path 8, they just have to work on their karma because they are also the number of karma, right? And here's the thing, working on karma isn't like I overcame my darkness, I overcame my lust, I overcame whatever, right? It's not about that. Working on your karma is just about knowing yourself, right? Understanding yourself, even your shadow, even if it's dark and heavy, understanding it, right? Know thyself and not judge it either. In the spiritual realm, there's no judgment anyway. The energy of judgment and the energy of fear doesn't exist. So for us, what we have to do, or one of our biggest missions, is come here into this lower plane and bring God consciousness here. So even if we work with our shadow, we are still God consciousness while we're working with our shadow. So we don't judge our shadow. We don't judge ourselves for having this shadow. And we don't judge society. We only understand. We only learn. Yes? Learn and let go. Thank you, Yinon. This is a cool app. Thanks for being here. Everything you say is for real. I can feel it. That's right, Chuck Norris. That's right, my friend. Numerology, rediscover yourself. How are you feeling? How am I feeling? I'm feeling fantastic, man. Thank you for asking. Darn, I'm a 7 trying to manifest riches. Okay, here's the thing about 7s, y'all. Okay, if you want to manifest money as a 7, the reason why 7s have a hard time manifesting money is not because it sucks to be a 7. That's not true. Not at all. 7s are very powerful manifestors. They're probably up there with 9s. 7 and 9s, probably the most powerful manifestors in numerology. The problem with 7 is that 7 needs to be in their own world. And a 7 has to have a purpose that is of the spiritual realm. They just have to be spiritual. They're not like an 8 where they can make money here, make money here, make money here, make money here. I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm this. No, a 7 has to do one thing that they came to do, and that's it. That's why a 7, it's hard to make money any other ways. You just can't. Right? You can't. A 7, the only way a 7 makes money is if they follow their purpose. That's how 7s make a lot of money. even more money than 8s sometimes. A lot of times when they follow their calling. And it's usually almost always a spiritual calling when it comes to 7s. In fact, a lot of the power that comes with a 7 is spiritual, right? If a 7's not spiritual, they're going to be overly logical and overly analytical. And this causes depression and things like that, right? But if you balance yourself, you're analyzing a logical, reasonable self with your intuitive self, right? By adding spirituality to yourself, you get your power from there. So, if you're a 7 and you're trying to manifest riches and you're trying to manifest your greatest life, you're already halfway there. You're already halfway there. Because if you're trying to manifest something, it means that you are already in a journey of spirituality. Already automatically. So as long as you keep telling yourself, I'm in this journey of spirituality for spiritual fulfillment, not for money. You're not doing things for money. A 7 won't make money like that. A 7 does not care about money in that way. A 7 has to make money in their purpose. That's the only way. A 7 looks for fulfillment, not money. Once you find fulfillment in yourself, spirituality, the money will come. I promise you it will. Life Path 9. I always feel so confused with this one. Yeah, okay, Life Path 9 is a highly spiritual number as well. Okay, they're the shamanic number. Okay, so they're the ones that are able to tap into. You guys are mediums, yo. Like just like a 7 is also a medium. You can connect to spirits like a shaman. You can bring spirits up and even channel them as well if you know if that's one of your abilities or you realize that ability. But a Life Path 9, man, they're old souls because they're the last number in the spirit on the they're the last number in the chart, right? And since they're the last number, it means that they've gone through all the other numbers as well. So they have energies of all the other numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, excuse me, 8, right? They have all these energies into the 7. Oh, excuse me, into the 9. So that means they're powerful manifestors. You are able to access energies like let's say you want to access masculine energy. Let me access my Life Path 1 energy, right? And you can do this. It's like what's that term called? It's like you're a shapeshifter in a way. You know what I mean? And Life Path 9s have a very easy time connecting to spirits in the spiritual realm. So, Life Path 9 is kind of different from a Life Path 7, where Life Path 7 is more of like a teacher, right? Or a guru. And a Life Path 9 is more of like a humanitarian, right? So, for a Life Path 9, to find fulfillment in your life, you have to do something, yeah, that like that has to do with like community. Does this make sense, right? Like any of my 9s here, right? Something that has to do with community, something that has to do with you giving love to people that you know maybe can't even give love back or don't have anything back to give or anything. You just giving it out of your heart, right? Like giving money to homeless people, or creating some type of community for people, or a community for dogs, right? Or a sanctuary for dogs, or a sanctuary for cats. Anything like that. It doesn't have to be humans, yeah? But anything that's going to fulfill your heart. This is Life Path 9, okay? Anything that's going to fulfill you in this way. You're a humanitarian. When you walk this path, again, you're going to start to enter your higher timeline when you do this. Talking about life paths now, man. Anybody else got a different life path in here? Besides the 7, 9s, what else did we talk about? 8s, 3s, talked about 1. How do you find your soul urge number? Check out numerology rediscover yourself. Hold on, let me put it here, man, because this is a great app. I tried to get a affiliated programming with this, or yeah, affiliated with this app. I don't think they have that. Okay. All right, there it is, y'all. Click on that, and you should be able to download it into your phone. Um, how can you be spiritual with ignorance towards a certain race? Um, is that a problem that you're encountering with people, or is that your problem, or are you talking about myself? Let me just answer it this way, y'all. Okay. Just because you're spiritual, yeah, or just because you have a spiritual journey, does not, very important, does not mean that you are perfect. It doesn't mean that you are Jesus, that you're a saint. In fact, Jesus also had to overcome a lot of things. Jesus also went through a human experience. So he also overcame his darkness and all these things, right? His ignorance. We didn't come here to be perfect angels. We came here to experience our lower selves. We came here to experience our human selves, and since we're old souls, we have experienced this. We have experienced this world a lot already. So we understand this world. Even if our 3D self doesn't know, our inner self knows this world already. Right? So we came in here to experience our lower selves and then learn. Learn from ourselves. Learn from ourselves, not judge our lower selves, and then let them go and heal. Right? It's like we're learning. Right? We're remembering, evolving. The evolution, the experience of evolution is what we're doing. That's why we came in here. And through this experience of evolution, we learn lessons. Yes? And these lessons that we learn, we pass on to the people. And that's how we all heal. We can't teach when we're just healed already. How are we going to know what people are going through? Like as starseeds, right? How are we going to know what the human experience is, what they go through? How are we going to know that, yeah? Unless we also get those prejudices inside of ourselves. A lot of light workers deal with lust. A lot of light workers deal with ignorance. A lot of light workers deal with even hatred of others. Why? Because they chose to deal with these things so they can learn about this place. So you can learn about what it is to be a human and understand humanity. We're not here to judge them. Not even close. I'm not here to be like, oh, this is so much dark energy, you guys suck. No. We're here to understand the humans. That's why a lot of us have all this dark energy as well. And now you can even have empathy towards humans and compassion, even if they're dark. That's why we came in here. To act like God consciousness, even in the darkness. Right? So if you think you have maybe some form of ignorance in yourself or other people, does not mean that you suck. It does not mean that you're not spiritual. It does not mean those are absolutes, okay? Those are human concepts. It's not how the spiritual realm works. I'm spiritual, so I'm always nice and I'm always love and light and that's it. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You're in a spiritual journey that's gonna have ups and downs. Don't beat yourself up. Stop judging yourself so much. Just understand. Understand what this journey is, yeah? Understand why you are going through this journey. Understand that this journey is of great importance for yourself. It's going to bring a lots of fulfillment for yourself. Evil people are spiritual too, so no worries. Yes, there's lots of people. Again, evil, the word evil is like a human concept. I guess there is only dark and light energies, or I guess not even dark and light energies, more of like distorted energies. But yeah, as long as you're true to yourself, man, right, and you live your authentic life, you're not going to be around people, even evil spiritual people. And if you are, you're going to know right away. It's just, you're going to feel it, right? And when you feel that, it's like it's time to move, time to leave, right? Being Aboriginal has put me through everything. It's all about healing and loving me, born healer. That's right. That's right. Look, yeah, man. Also, I think I talked about this last time as well, but we as humans, yeah, we like to fall into categories a lot, and we like to fall into identities a lot, and that limits us, you know, as a spiritual being, right? Because this spiritual being is fluid. Um, we have all of identities that we have, right? But as a human, we like to put ourselves in little boxes. I'm only this because of this, and I'm only that because of that and this. But try to look outside the box a little bit, right? Try to bring your perception out here, and try to look at everything as just God's plan. Yeah, try to look at everything as like everybody is God. Even if we have differences, those differences aren't actually differences because they come from God. It's just expressed in different ways. Like, think about culture as well, man. Like, let's say a Mexican culture, right? They have their food, they have their dancing, they have their music, right? But it's still, and then let's say you compare it to Asian, right? They have their food, they have their music, right? But it's not different. We are giving it that perception that it's different, but it's not different. It's the same thing. It's still music, it's still culture, it's still human expression that comes from God. And this is in everything. Everything. When it comes to race, gender, everything is God. It's all one thing, expressed in different ways. When you look at life this way, yeah, outside the box, right? You don't put yourself in little groups anymore that are in here. Because when you start putting yourself in little groups and things like that, you begin to develop biases. Well, my group does this better than that group. Well, my group is, I'm proud because we do it this way and that way, right? And that's okay. It's okay to be proud of who you are, right? But then you begin to compare yourself to others and this and all this other stuff. Get outside of that paradigm, right? That's like the paradigm that all humans are in right now. That's why everyone's fighting against each other, right? Race baiting, gender baiting, politician baiting, all that crap, right? That's all part of the spiritual warfare game that they're playing against us. The way to win is to understand that we are all one thing. Yeah? One thing. Hello, Christy. I'm newer on my journey. Starting shadow work and trying to find my way. Let's go, Christy. All right, man. Proud of you, okay? Takes a big step to wanting to better yourself. It takes courage, man. A lot. The spiritual journey takes a lot of courage. But here's the crazy part, Christy. You can never go back now. You can never go back. Fulfillment is for you, always. Cheers. Oh, man. What's up, Izzy? Alright, my friends, if you guys are new to this journey, or if you guys are new to just being here with us or whatever, go check out the Lighthouse. It is a Discord community for Lightworkers. You don't have to feel so alone in your journey and so helpless and hopeless and all that stuff. All these awesome, beautiful people here, all the cool mods that you see here are also in that Discord community. I mean, it literally has everything, y'all. It has community, it has affirmations that you can see, it has different types of spirituality. You can learn a lot in this community, yeah. So go check it out. The link, excuse me, is in the video description down below. Also, y'all, I do longer, more detailed readings, yeah. They're about 25 minutes. So if you want a one-on-one personal reading with myself, the link is also in the video description down below. Or if you want a consultation with myself, much longer, an hour consultation, we can see where you are in your journey and where you can go forward in your journey, and even the practical steps and all that stuff. All that stuff is in the video description down below, my friends. But other than that, man, I think I said everything that I needed to say. It doesn't feel like there's anything else that I need to say or any type of channeling or anything like that. So I'm going to be calling it quits for this live, my friends. Thank you guys so very, very much for being with me. Again, every time I go on live, I always got you guys here, always supporting me, always supporting my message, and I love you guys so very much for that. So I appreciate you guys very much. Um, I know I haven't put out any YouTube videos, like long form YouTube videos, because that's truly where most of my abundance comes from anyway. And it's for a reason. I'm waiting on that. I do have a lot of videos ready. It's just I'm taking my time so much on these things, a little bit too much sometimes. But I'm a Life Path 7, man. I need my alone time. I, I just do, man. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. I'll be back on Easter, okay? Sunday. I'll be back. Until then, namaste.